I'm gonna just get started now. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Garden here in New York City. As, man, we only have 6 games of the showcase left. We really, how do I say this, blew through the majority of the showcase in 2 days, but, you know, it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. But today, we only have a few games, and this is the first one of it. Temple versus Clemson. I really don't have any expectations for these two. Clemson could be a bubble team. Temple, I just don't see it. But you know, at the very least, both of these teams will be competitive. So this should be a good game. I don't have much more to say. I'm ready to just get this thing going, and I'm sure everybody is too. Let's do it. Just hopping right in. We are hopping right in. And we'll talk more about these guys for on these teams as we go along, as I need to start familiarizing myself with them. Or maybe not. I don't know. For Temple, Braden Reynolds and Jordan King are in the backcourt. Up front, Chris Moncrief, Aiden Cahoe, and Andrew Ball. For Clemson, Jacoby Gillespie and Whistler Sandin II. In the backcourt, Jeremy Rose, Vernon Collins, and Javante Mitchell Jr. up front. I give the edge to Clemson in this one. They definitely have more star power to their name, and I'm rather optimistic for what they could do if things fall the right way for them. But this is a team that just does not have much height to them. They only have one 7-footer on the team, Mason Handback. They're a little bit short, but you know, we've seen that not deter certain teams like a Kansas, as I believe that was Moncrief right there that missed that shot. But I'm interested in seeing at the very least how Clemson plays, because they got a couple interesting pieces on that team. There's Javante Mitchell Jr. knocking that one down. He came over from UConn. He grad transferred from there. That's a rip. And Gillespie can't finish at the rim. That's unfortunate. Grad transferred from Tennessee, Gillespie. Temple is a team that's trying to play a bit more upbeat, up-tempo. Clemson, a bit more balanced. So we'll see how those teams fare. Oh, Gillespie 3-ball. Nope. Can't get that one. There's Cahoe, the grad transfer from Navy. That man is one of the rare exceptions that we've seen in terms of academy basketball, where somebody didn't start off above 6'8", but they grew into it, and so you just gotta let them stay on the team. Otherwise, just a fun fact: if you're taller than 6'8", you're not allowed into the academy, into any academies. Well, there's Whistler Sandin II with the triple. The grad transferred from St. Francis. So yeah, fun fact for you for today about the requirements for military. Oh, it's a beautiful 3. I think that was Andrew Ball that hit that. That was a pretty shot. I'd say the star of this Temple team is going to be Jordan King. He grad transferred from Notre Dame. That's a pretty alley to Mitchell. For Clemson, you could really pick anybody. Vernon Collins could be the guy. Whistler Sandin II could be the guy. It could be Javante Mitchell Jr. Make a pick. Jeremy Rhodes has got uber elite athleticism. And then we have Jacoby Gillespie, who I think is a pretty solid point guard. So we'll see how things unfold for these two teams as they warm up before their seasons begin. It's a little nice 2-ball by Reynolds. Now Gillespie. Sandin. Oh, good feed. Oh, my Lord. What a block. Thankfully, Jeremy Rhodes was there. That kid grad transferred from Mizzou. over to the Tigers. You know, once a Tiger, always a Tiger. I guess you could say twice a Tiger. Trading in the black and yellow for the orange and purple. Temple, not sure what they want to do here. Turnaround hook shot by Reynolds. Didn't really have a good chance of going in from the get-go. And just quickly check my schedule here. So at, we'll say, yeah, at around 3 p.m., we're going to see preseason number 13 Auburn take on Wake Forest in McQueen's return as a coach. He took a one-season hiatus, and now it's back. And then later on at 9:30 p.m. is going to be preseason number 7 Providence taking on Texas. And then it'll be a couple of days until we are back after that. Sunday is when we'll return. We're going to first get Memphis versus UCLA at 12:30 p.m. And then after that, kind of late at night to wrap things up, we're going to feature 3 of the more West Coast teams, as we're going to see Tennessee take on preseason number 17 Gonzaga. And then that's at 10 p.m. And then at 11:30 p.m., we wrap it all up with Washington versus Baylor. So, still some good games on the docket ahead of us, but definitely I'd say the more exciting games are now behind us, understandably so. And these results have been interesting, but you can only take them with a grain of salt considering they're the preseason. So, my thoughts for a lot of these teams haven't changed, and I'll surprise you with this one, folks. Even with how terrible Wisconsin played yesterday, I have intel information that told me that that they were just trying stuff for the preseason, and that the old scheme that they've been rocking with for the past few seasons under Richter, yeah, it didn't go anywhere. So we can use that game as a write-off, which is odd. I'm still a little bit upset about it because I was hoping to watch some really good Wisconsin basketball. Instead, they gave me that crap. But it is what it is. At the very least, we now know it was a one-time thing, and if a performance like that does happen again, it's not on the scheme. It was just simply a horrific night. But that Wisconsin team is so good, I would not expect anything close to it. So, anyways, Clemson and Temple battling out, 1-point difference here as Rhodes is forced out of bounds, and that's not Coach Frost. Hey, graphics team. Hey, no peanut butter crackers for y'all. You keep forgetting to update the names. How dare y'all? That's a bucket from Braden Reynolds, who grad transferred from, I believe it's Fairleigh Dickinson. Yeah. And, oof, that was almost turned over. Tough cheese. Okay. Okay, Jeremy Rhodes, I see you. But I'm also going to use this game as like a Q&A type thing. If anybody wants to pop in and ask questions, I'm totally cool with that. If anybody is watching, that is. If not, totally understandable. Because I really don't know what to talk about with these two teams, just because I'm going to be honest with you, Temple has like zero history in the league. Like bare bones. There could be something from like when we were in the CBC era or something like that, but I don't remember anything for Temple. Clemson, they were last relevant a couple of seasons ago. When they nearly upset 1-seed Michigan in the tournament where we saw Tennessee win it all. So 2033. It's been a few seasons. But it'll take a little bit for them to get back to prominence. I I sure hope that that it happens for them. Oh, Vernon Collins. Oh, Lord. Oh, I thought that was going to fall for Mr. Collins. So, that guy grad transferred from Princeton. By the way, it's like Keontae Lewis is heading off for the floor, and Cahoe is back in. So, the American is so bad that Temple is actually the 4th best team in that country, in that conference. Now, the gap between them and whoever is 3rd is big. But it's still noteworthy that Temple will be a top 4 team in the American, in my opinion. If not, that's even more tragic than what already is the case for this program. But I don't know. This dude Danny Duncan apparently wants the challenge of rebuilding them. So okay then, I guess. Go you. I just don't see how it's going to be very successful, but you know, it is what it is. For Clemson, there's a clearer avenue towards that. I think is definitely more doable. I think you just got to get the right pieces in. And for Gingerly, he's got to, how do I say it? Stay active. Oh, that's a nice that's a nice putback. By Mitrell Jr. He's got 6 points in this one. Not bad. Andrew Ball. I think he came over from Monmouth, if I am not mistaken. I don't quite remember, though. Oh, that's a nice little finish from Moncrief through the contact. But Temple could keep it up with Clemson so far. I'm actually kind of impressed so far. They haven't really been using Jordan King, surprisingly. Oh, wow, what a pass. That's some... Jacoby Gillespie apparently has as good of an interior presence as Coach Akbar of Memphis has with women. You know, it's unfortunate to see. And Gillespie trying to spin his way around. Sannon, that's a heavily contested shot. Not the smartest decision to pull the trigger there. That's a deep 2. Cash. Sandra Ball kid is balling, ain't gonna lie. Temple up by 4 right now. The strength is definitely the offense of this team. Oh, Lord. 3. Oh, boy. Sniper. Goodness. Defense is not going to be a strength, and this is one of the things I was worried about happening, by the way. I remember that this does happen with this Clemson team, where the opponents that they face will have that happen to them. So, yeah, play on. Oh, boy. I almost got an unofficial assist myself. Cahoe. That's a bucket. But yeah, for anybody that'd like to come along and watch and vibe, oh, turnover. Pop some questions and talk to me. 3-ball king. Nope. Have at it, you know. We're gonna make sure we get we have a good time during this game, and you know, in the ways that are possible. That's a great take. Mitrell got a body to be able to navigate through defenses like that. I can't really stop him though. It was just big. Oh, that's a great kick. Oh, you didn't pull the trigger. That's unfortunate. Mid-range. Jeez. Okay. You see Jordan King. That's the guy I'm definitely going to be watching or keeping track of for Temple during the season. He's going to be their main dude. Oh, it's a block. That's a miss. Think he definitely has all-American potential just due to how he is, like, how do I say it, the most important player on that team. But Andrew Ball could do some stuff too, maybe. He's shown he's got an arsenal. Pretty impressive, honestly. I knew they were getting a baller when he was coming in. I didn't think he'd be ripping it like this so far. Seems like there have been some changes on the floor, and we're going to a free throw line. Don't know who number 14 is, but as Vernon Collins, who got fouled. It's a part of that Princeton team that unfortunately dealt with injury issues, which is why after dominating the Ivy League, they only were able to get a 16 seed, and they absolutely mopped what was it, Coppin State, I believe. I think it was Coppin State, or some other unfortunate team. And then they actually had a pretty solid game against Creighton. Oh, that's a three. Nope. It's a great offensive rebound by Zakir Williamson. It's just that day Creighton was like absolutely unstoppable. Like, you couldn't do anything about what they were doing. So, unfortunate scenes. It happens. Interesting passing here. I think this is McLeod. This is a highly touted freshman, actually. So, Clemson's got some pieces for the future. That's a pass. That's a shot. Not going in, though. Oh, geez, that's a mean rejection. Hey, Whistler Sandin, though. Whistler Sandin is solid. That guy's pretty good. And I might have to pick up the control again. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. Okay, good. Play on. A good bucket. I think that's Keontae Lewis. Where did he transfer from? I think I want to say like Wagner or something like that. I don't remember. Ain't gonna lie. That's a terrible pass. That's lucky. That's very fortunate. I think that was Jimmy Nichols, the grad transfer from Coastal Carolina, as Temple is just giving the ball right back to Clemson. It's been an alright game so far. I'm not really impressed in terms of the quality of it, but it's been alright, Both teams being competitive, you love to see it. McLeod, that's an outrageous attempt right there, and once again, Nichols in the right spot to clean up the mess. Clemson always trying to put that half-court trap on. And, yep. All right, got to do it again. Gots to do it again. All right. There. Cool. All right, boys, play on. No way. Oh, my. That's an air ball. Hey, man, shout out for doing all this and waking up at times over in Europe, and you still be going with the game sometimes. Bro, it's one of those things where the commitment has got to be top tier. You do something, you don't do it half-assed. Oh, it's a bucket. That's a three. I believe that was either Pitt or Shivers. I don't remember who exactly, but yeah, thank you for the acknowledgement. I truly do appreciate it. I think it's important to stay true to what you tell people, even if you gotta push back times and all of that. That's a dunk. 3-bit American. Well, it was like that last year, so I expect it to be the same. Just the only difference is that Temple is going to be somewhat competitive until like the 10-minute mark of the second half, and then just the top three should just absolutely dominate, for being honest. So, it is what it is. And for at least the sickos out here, at least Temple is somewhat relevant for now. I don't know. I guess you take your victories where you can get them, but Not the easiest thing to do. Poor Temple. Well, they're in a better position than they've ever been before. At the very least, they can field some sort of competitive team. At the very least. Oh, number 14, Zocco Littleton. I completely forgot. That dude could be a bucket. He's just so inconsistent. But yeah, the only couple good things about this Temple team are Andrew Ball and Jordan King. So I guess if you like the academy basketball players like Aiden Cahoe, he's a good story. That's a good fit. That's a good putback. He's now on this team. I might as well shout out that logo that's on our court. Oh, 3 ball. Nope. We got 2 SeatGeek logos for a reason. Even with him having been, how do I say it, out of action for quite a while, my good friend Reagan still has that affiliate relationship with SeatGeek, and instead of making a whole new code, I say why not let it benefit Legends as a whole? Use the code LegendsNCAAF on your first purchase of tickets for $20 off. Again, Legends NCAAF for $20 off of your first purchase of tickets for any event. It could be a game like this, as a 3 goes for Jordan King. That does not. It could be for a game. It could be for a concert. You name it. So, only thing I'd say is for that to be able to really be used, it has to be a fresh account. And again, first time purchase, it means something. Zell seen that red dot from Reagan Sniper. Remember, it was time for SeatGeek promo. Buddy, I just got nothing else to talk about. Anyway, oh boy, that wasn't a smart shot by King. Anywho, Clemson's looking all right. That's a good shot from the mid-range. Less than 2 minutes to go. Clemson finally starting to put some distance between themselves and the Owls. Let's be honest, that a Reagan move right there. I don't even know. Hold up, I gotta fix this again. Ugh. I hate when this happens. Okay, and switch back. Bam. Let's be honest, that's a Reagan move right there. I mean, maybe. Maybe. And Temple doesn't score a bucket in like over 2 minutes. Unfortunate. Sorry, started while texting. It's fine. It's fine. No. You know, I'd say that was bad, but then I watched your offense yesterday against Xavier. That's the definition of stuttering. That's a failed alley. I'm serious about that, though. I don't understand why you tried what you tried, unless you plan on switching back, that is. You went with that approach? I don't know, bro. Like, that's not what got you to the Elite Eight, bro. So, I'd rethink what you're doing. That's all I can say about that. Xavier didn't even play great offensively, honestly. I guess their defense is just that good or something. Oh, 3 ball. Oh, yams. Yams by Moncrief. Less than a minute to go until the break. As we're shaking off the cobwebs, getting the crumbs out of the corners of our eyes for a Thursday. You know? I don't know what y'all got going on a Thursday, but oh, that was almost a May 3 right there. But, you know, Thursdays are still important days. Shot clock is off for these Temple Owls. Oh, boy. All right. That's a dunk. Clemson's got like 8 seconds to work with. They better not jog down the court like they just ate a Dairy Queen Oreo Blizzard. That's a crazy shot. If you're not Zion Brook on Iowa State, you're not hitting that. If you know, you know. It kind of been alright first half, honestly. The team that I am expecting to win this game is up, but only by 3. So, you know, take that as you will. Let's see these stats. So 48 to 50%. Okay. Okay. Moncrief been doing all right. Collins, 10 points, but if I remember seeing it correctly, he has 6 of those from the free throw line. So, you know, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Also, for whatever reason, when y'all see like the 0-team fouls thing, when that certain graphic pops up, don't trust it, because for whatever reason, it shows what it resets to for the second half, which is weird. Watching myself in the sim for the first time in the Marquette game was far cooler than I expected it to go, not gonna lie. Looking forward to my first year now. So, you have a lot to look forward to, even like outside your first year. Because, unfortunately, in this game, for whatever reason, the bench just does not play much. It's something that I wish I could control. I really can't. Unless foul trouble is a thing, you just do not see the bench. That's a nice little finish through contact. But we should still be able to see at least some of you in those games. At least that's the hope. But your true emergence is going to be in your sophomore season. So, main thing I want to make sure that everybody understands is that just because you're at a certain starting point doesn't mean that that's something you let dictate how your college career goes. So continue to be active, do what you got to do. You know, I pay attention to that stuff, and I'll reward it. I keep my word. But anywho, oh, that's a 3 by Gillespie, no sir. Collins with the board. Somehow missed that. That's crazy. Oh yeah, for sure. Just really cool to experience it at all as a first timer. No, for sure. Sure, bro. That's the thing too. I'm trying to make it a enjoyable experience for everyone. So it's not just within streams, but also, you know, as the regular season will go on, we're not going to be able to really stream any game, unfortunately. Just would really slow down the season, unfortunately, and gotta stream a whole bunch of games anyways later on in March Madness, so that's why I don't really touch it. But you know, maybe someday when maybe EA is allowed, or not allowed, but if they pursue making a new college basketball game, because let's face it, whatever 2K is gonna make for the 27 year of games, I'm sorry, it's not gonna be good. We already know it, because apparently they're not going to include all 300 plus Division 1 schools, which is absolutely outrageous. It's ridiculous. This is why I was hoping that we would see EA make the next game, but no, 2K apparently had to outbid them, and the universities were more reluctant to take up 2K on that. So, you know, it's tough scenes. I can imagine that it'd take ages. Yeah. How does the progression go in the regular season then? It's hard to explain because it's, how do I say it, as, oh Lord. Spinneroonie. Vernon Collins looking like Booker T. Progression is a weird one because it's like it's a two-part thing. On one hand, you will get natural progression from within the game itself, within the Dynasty file that will run the season in. But then on the other hand, I personally will give not personal, but I will give like boosts and stuff like that based on activity. Like I can still go in there and apply them myself. So So for dudes that aren't really active, that's a crazy play right there. For dudes that aren't really active, like, all they'll get is like natural progression from within the game. But for those that are active, like, I add on to it. So that's why I say user players are like so important, because you can get that double progression. So assuming they stay active, that's why they're so valuable. Oh yeah, isn't 2K only doing the major schools or something like that? Yeah, even for 27, that's what they're doing. 3-ball? Nope. Nah, and it's only like over 100-something schools, which is, I don't remember the exact number, but I'm pretty sure it's like around only a third of Division I basketball. Could be even less than that. I don't even know. But it's outrageous. It's outrageous. And it's disrespectful to the community that they're doing that. And if you haven't seen their filth that they put up on my team in the new game 26, then I'd advise to look away and try not to find it, because it'll piss you off what they did. So, you know, or unless you want to get pissed off, I mean, you could do that too. Your choice. It's freedom of choice. It's freedom of choice out here. You know. Oh, that's a feed and a layup. I don't know what it'll take for EA to try again, but we gonna need them to, man. I've rarely touched 2K since like 23, 24 when I switched to PS5. A lot of people have said that, man. Dude, last 2K I played was 20 or 21. I remember the days when I was grinding, like, what was it? Like, what was it? My career or something, but in the park with homies that I used to play with. It feels like ages ago now, but it also feels like yesterday at the same time. How time flies. I gotta remember, like the guy that used to run the IG Michigan fan page, Wolverine coverage. I eventually got to know him personally, and for a good while, until he actually got to University of Michigan, we played in the park very frequently. And then there was another guy that we met through there. There's this like older guy from like New York or like the Bronx or something. I don't remember which borough. But I remember all those conversations that us three had about it. Just to hear that perspective from somebody who lived in New York. So, you know, good times back then. Back in, you know, I'm trying to remember more about it, but I can't remember a whole lot specifically. But it was fun. Damn, that's cool, man. I met a bunch of my current friends from random rankings back in CK20. Okay, see, yeah, see, there you go. 20. 20 is the meta. 20 is apparently the meta. Oh man. All right, so I'm not the only one. All right, bet. But yeah, I used to have the PS4. Actually, you know, many people don't do this. That's a 3. Many people don't really do this, but I actually sold my PlayStation 4 to actually get the PS3, which is what we're running the league on. You know, it wasn't the easiest decision, just because I enjoyed using the PlayStation, my PlayStation 4, but I just knew that my time as like a recreational gamer was coming up, and it's just like, you know, I want to do more with the league, and so I knew that once I found out about this mod, March Madness Legacy, I'm like, you know what, I'll make the move, and so here we are. I haven't regretted it one bit. I missed the 4, but I don't regret it. True dedication to the brand right there. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know? You gotta do what you gotta do. You wanna be at the top, you wanna be you wanna stand out. These are the things that you have to make decisions for. So That's the most important thing. Oh, looks like O'Day is in the chat. Said, let's go Clemson. ACC represent. It's a tight one here. Clemson's had an opportunity to, like, pull away multiple times, and Temple has just hung in there very tough. So, you know, you get to see that. Been interesting so far in that regard, how Temple has been able to still keep pace and even take the lead at certain times, like almost right there. Vernon Collins called for the foul, and Aiden Noyes, I believe that he's a grad transfer from Duquesne. My memory serves right. I'm not going to actively check, but yeah. ACC's 4-1 in the showcase as of right now. They're doing pretty well. I don't think I've ever seen gameplay on this game ever before. I see y'all didn't even know it was a PS3 game. Well, the more you know. The more you know. This is the officially like last made college basketball game, because after NCAA 10, they stopped making them. Just like how they eventually stopped making the college football games after NCAA 14. So, you know, it's unfortunate how that went, but it's fine. If it didn't go that way, I'd wonder if we'd have this absolutely great mod. So, you know, I'll take it. Best sim league in the country? Nah, in the world. Hey, shout out. Shout out. Let them know. Say a lot for the people in the back. That's all I can say about that. Meanwhile, this Clemson team is like tripping over themselves. It's wild to see. But yeah, there are a couple more ACC teams that are supposed to play, or only one actually. Let me see. Oh yeah, it is only one, which is the next game, Auburn versus Wake Forest. So, I think no matter what happens, ACC is going to have a winning record overall in the showcase. So, oh, that's a turnover. Clemson is just messing around. Meanwhile, Zakir Williamson on the fast break. Damn, I thought the pre-CFP games were old. 14 is old, but then you have this game that was made in 2009. So yeah, I've been said it for a while. This game is old enough to be able to legally drive an automobile in the United States of America. That's a bucket. Temple. Okay, I see you. Man. I'll find somebody open in 3. Well, that's not open. Sandin was very covered there. Yeah, a lot of people don't really think about it until someone talks more about it, and it's just like, dang. Dang. It's like, this is like a 16, 17-year-old game. Functions pretty well for one. This game is barely older than my brother. That's crazy stuff. Oh, and one. That's a good take. Outrageous, bro. Man. Vernon Collins popping off, 21 points. The fact that he wasn't the best player on that Princeton team, and he's one of the best teams on Clemson is kind of wild, but you know, it is what it is. Anywho, 7.5 minutes to go. Temple still up by 4. Cahoe with the miss right there. Man. You know, I have so many questions in regards to the ACC. Even with their good performance so far through the showcase, I still got questions. That's a dunk. Hey, goaltending ref. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If we see any goaltending, we're unfortunately gonna have to treat it as a block, because the goaltending like feature in this game is like broken. Like, when I mean broken, I mean broken. That was a vicious dunk. This is certainly a scrappy game so far. Yep. I expected nothing less. Oh, that's a pretty... Oh. Yo. Yo, he got babied right there. That's crazy. Oh, you hate to see it. Nope. Pick that off. We're running? We're running? Nope. We got stopped by a double. Okay. A pass. Gillespie with another contested. Like, oh, yes, that one. Okay. Okay. Hey, I'll lock in a little bit for this game, you know? Well, 6 minutes to go. It's a one-score game. We'll lock in real quick. Why not? Oh, boy. Oh, Temple got lucky right there. Lucky. That's a foul and one. Oh, boy, Moncrief. Okay. Let's see how this develops. He just bowled right through him, and I guess that's enough for an and one. Collins is going to go get some rest. Dude, Moncrief is actually playing pretty well. 15 points. Not bad. Unfortunate miss from the free throw line, though. Oh, man. That's tipped away. That two-ball doesn't go down. These are some terrible shots that are being attempted. Andrew Ball called for his first. Sending Jimmy Nichols to the free throw line. Take a sip of water over here. Engineering major. All right, smart guy, smart guy. All right, applaud that. Speaking of majors and all that, I'm sure there's a way to edit that in game. Or in the DB editor. I just haven't found it, or I haven't like actively looked for it. If I do ever like figure it out, I'd be down to like add a new feature to what is it? To the player apps and like allow players to choose what major they pursue. It's not the most revolutionary thing, but I think it'd be a nice little touch. Why not? My whole goal is to make the ACC the best conference in the league. Obviously, that starts with me, but it's going to be tough. You got an uphill battle because the Big 10, Big East, and Big 12 are all ahead right now. Not saying it's impossible, but it'll take a lot. That's a rebound and a dunk. We're tied now. Excuse me. Man. Oh, we just split that double. Oh, Jordan King. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. He said, I'm going to take this myself. Very tough goal indeed. Bro. It's one of them things, you know. That was that pass actually, funny enough, works out more often than it doesn't, but there it did not. That's an Andrew Ball three-pointer. Bang! Ho, ho, ho. Hey, Temple got shooters. Temple got shooters. I don't know about a defense, but they got shooters. Gillespie, Mitrell. Oh boy. Hey, yo. Like Euro hop stepping type of deal. That's crazy. Moncrief. Oh. Well, if that wasn't a foul call, then that would have been a funny off the side of the backboard moment yet again. We've had too many of those. That's all right. We're going to get it done, especially with the coaching staff we have in the ACC. We have some good coaches. Now we just have to build a brand. A lot of those top teams right now are about to be rebuilding next year. They're about to be taking on a brand new identity. So, good luck. Who needs defense when you can outshoot people for real? Well, I guess it goes in line with what some people say about offense. You know, the best form of defense is offense. So, That's definitely a way to look at it. That's some interesting passing here. That's handback. He's finally in the game. Y'all gonna do something? Kick out? It's spending a lot of time. You gotta take a shot here. Ah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That was super contested. He hit that. Oh, cookies. Big dunk. Oh, that's a sequence. And now Clemson leads. Oh, look at Jordan King, though. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, my. Oh, that's highly unfortunate. Oh, yikes. Oh, another. Okay. There's the Clemson I was expecting. 3 minutes left in this game. Now Clemson has a 3-point lead, and Temple's going to take a timeout. Dang. Some crazy stuff out there. This water with lemons hitting. I ain't gonna lie. I might need a refill it though after this game. Let's check and see what people are saying across the social media. Oh. I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to keep saying it. Colorado, congratulations. You picked up the scraps on Wisconsin trying some BS. Cool. I'm not criticizing Colorado. I'm just saying it's not as impressive as Mickey is making it seem like. So, it is what it is. I guess you try and find positives in everything. Temple, meanwhile, choked the lead. That's a good layup. Good feed to Reynolds. Oh, they still got MacLeod out there. Yeah, MacLeod. This kid's got potential. Oh, that's a 3-ball. Oh, buckets. Sand the second. King kicks it out. Oh, 3 in return. Oh. Yeah, another couple shots like those. Clemson can put this game to bed. Well, MacLeod's going to try one. Almost hit it. That's an offensive board. And nobody got the body to keep out Collins. He's got 27 points in this game. What a baller. And this junk again. For those that still don't know what is going on here, this is a glitch in the game where certain teams trigger this when they play other teams. It's originally called the Tennessee Iceberg. The reason it has that Tennessee label is because Tennessee's national championship winning season is notoriously remembered for moments like that, by the way. And I didn't know at the time how to stop it or how to counter it, but then I figured it out at some point, and since then we've adjusted. So, it's no longer a thing. We're good now. So Clemson's about to do. That's a miss. Temple's got to run. Temple got to push it. Oh, they got to put something up. They do. Well, at least some free throws, but Moncrief isn't that good from the free throw line. In all honesty. Got some changes to bring in some of the, some starters back in. So everybody's at full strength. Moncrief is going to have to do a better job at the free throw line. Okay. Okay. Follow it up now, buddy. Make this next free throw, and I'll pay your loans off. I can't actually do that. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, good. I don't have to worry about that. Never mind. I guess we'll never know, Moncrief. I guess we'll never know. Collins 2-ball. That's a miss. Temple still got a chance here. Could this be considered a temple choke? Yes, I would say so. Look at Cahoe. That's a beautiful move. Only a 3-point game. This is absolutely a temple choke, but how things are going right now, this could turn into a Clemson choke. No way. That is an outrageously quick shot. Out of all the times Clemson decides to play faster than they usually do, it's now. That's a crazy feed. It's a 1-point game. Hold up. Hold up. And Rhodes better not rush that shot again. Yeah. Gillespie, that's a feed. And he drills it. Temple's got quite some time. They got to hit a 3 or get an and 1 opportunity. Something of the sort. It's been a somewhat entertaining game, I can't lie. Take another sip of this water with lemon. Lemon slices, that is. For those that have been around long enough, y'all know that at some point earlier this year, specifically at around the New Year's, no, not even like this calendar year, like right before the new year rung in, literally on New Year's Eve, I had an operation done on me to get a kidney stone removed. And since then, bro, I have never drank this much water with lemon slices in it in my life. Because the contents that lemon has, it prevents the buildup of oxalate. And the composition of my stone, they told me it was calcium oxalate. So not the calcium part that was bad, but just the oxalate. So the stuff in lemon, like the citrus, it breaks it down before it can even build up. So yeah. Trying not to have that happen again. So we do what we got to do. That's a crazy pass, and why would you shoot that early? Why would you shoot that early? That was a terrible look anyways. Yep, Coach Nala definitely talked about that. Yes, she did. Dude. 5mm stone, it felt like I was giving birth. And the only reason I say that is because per accounts of other of women that have had it before, bad enough to the point where they couldn't pass it. That's how they described it. So I'll say that. It hurt like hell. Meanwhile, Temple's now down 5. There's a lesson in all of that. Your diet is so important, bro. Like, cut out the sodas, cut out the sugary crap, or if you're not cutting it out, at least limit it, and drink a whole lot of water. Like, people that know me in real life, they know that I always carry around a 1 gallon bottle of water, like a gallon sized bottle of water, always. So I've never had a problem with like not drinking water. It's just been like the other stuff I've had with it, so I've had to cut it out. But it is what it is. My dad has had a lot of kidney stones in the past as well, so I can sort of imagine what it's like, though. I've obviously not had it myself. I feel for your dad, and I hope you don't have to ever go through that. I hope so. It's painful. It's painful. I technically went through it twice, but it was the same stone. Back in like August of last year, somewhere around then, it was it was like half the size that it was on New Year's Eve, and I had the option to get it either removed or to how to say, oh boy, what a stuff. I had the option to either get it removed or try and pass it myself. I'm like, that sounds like it could be doable to pass it myself. I never did. It continued to build up. And it was to the point where I'm just like, nah, man, I got to get this removed now. You know, unfortunate scenes, but you know, we lived through them. Just like Temple, you know, unfortunate. They actually held the lead for majority of the game, but it's just not enough, and they're gonna call one more timeout. They're down by 4. I mean, this is only gonna be a tie game if they get fouled on a 3-point shot and they make it. I guess you never know what can happen. We've seen it all in college basketball, not just in LSL, but IRL too. So I guess we gon' see. I guess we gon' find out. Like I said, solid game. Clemson looks like they'll hang on. Good for them. I don't think it's a high chance that we'll see them in March, so it's at least good to see them here. But let's see how this game finishes out. You know, hold on to a lead. Do what you got to do. And continue on to the upcoming season for Clemson. From what I remember, they actually have kind of a tough non-conference, so it's tough to see. Alrighty. Last seconds of the game. Can Temple somehow pull off a crazy shot? They don't even get a 3 off. Buzzer beater layup 2. You still lost the game. Oh, Clemson wins by 2 points. And the ACC is now 5-1 in the showcase. Take that as you will, but a win's a win, I guess. So in about an hour and 20 minutes, we will be... Is it an hour and 20 minutes? Yeah. An hour and 20 minutes, we will be back for the next game, which is number 13 Auburn versus Wake Forest. We'll be back for that one, boys. Hopefully y'all return in that amount of time.